To understand, I need to tell you what the actual purpose of this facility was before the Lost. Those vats contained sleeping residents from our vault. Back when we faced our first crisis of the mind. Going feral. Before the Lost. Feralization was the only real threat to our happiness here. It was running rampant and we were desperate to fix it. My papa was one of the volunteers. He showed early signs of going feral and offered to go under. Be a test subject for cures. He was also that last patient you ran the experiment on. Okay, let me try to explain. As you probably noticed, the once sedated patients have two key problems. They aren't really sedated much anymore, and they're still lost. So, I'll come clean. We're not here looking for a cure for the Lost. Or at least, not here and not me. I'm here to test out new ways of sedating the patients here. Something stronger that can even put a Lost under. But, before you get mad, we are looking for a cure. The royal we, just not me, not here. Sorry about that. I don't even have a joke. I really appreciate that, thank you. Oh, and before you think I just wasted your time on a personal project, I did manage to secure some tissue samples too. And we needed those! Really! An integral step in fixing the Lost, I mean it. But look, I'll head back to the vault soon after I finish up here. You can assure Oberlin that you've completed your rescue mission. Have a fun hike back! Bye now! You should head back now. Tell Oberlin not to worry about me.
It may not... You're back. Were you able to secure Hilda safely? That's good to hear. She's an invaluable asset to the Vault. What exactly was happening over there? Reckless. Perhaps a necessary step in seeking a cure, but to do so alone, with the region and the state it is, well, it's good you were able to arrive there before she'd gotten herself killed.
You reckon that storm's gonna get worse?
You're more capable than I had assumed. I'll make sure you're suitably rewarded for your effort. Take a moment to dust yourself off, but report back to me soon. I have another job for you. This one's a bit more delicate than the others. You're dismissed. It's good to have someone reliable to count on again. Maybe now we can start fixing things around here. If you're ready, I'd like to brief you on a highly... To be frank, you are among the few here that I believe I can share this information with. Though I suppose that's not saying much. I have not been entirely honest about my role here. Not to you, nor other members of the Vault, Hugo included. I am Lieutenant Colonel James T. Oberlin, United States Army. Actively, not formally. I remain in contact with him to this day. Originally, I was to oversee a government-funded weather research project. One that was shut down and then ultimately scooped up by Mr. Stoltz. While I was never exactly an expert on the subject, Mr. Stoltz found my experience with the project important for the transition. That project led to the development of this very Vault's weather machine, and ultimately our current predicament. I have remained in contact with my associates in the Army ever since, reporting the good and the bad. Not long ago, I dispatched a member of my team to pass along my findings to a drop site I've been using over the years. Unfortunately, he has failed to return. I fear the worst.
So much good around here.
Daniel is a good man. It's important we bring him home, if still possible. There's also the matter of the report, and whether or not it had been passed along, or potentially fallen into the wrong hands. If you're ready. To be... I originally, while I was... I have remained... Not... Unfortunately. There's also the matter... Thank you. The drop is located at High Knob Tower along the western perimeter of the park. We haven't had trouble with that location so far, but there is a chance the Lost have overrun it. Or potentially some other party, drawn in by the allure of the storm. Either way, we're going in blind. Be prepared for the worst.
my face shut. Stitch it closed, but leave the nose.
Stupid, foolish, scrawny demons! After they've given their game away! No one towards the storm! Make it stop! Please make it stop! I go!
The storm is so beautiful in this life. I'm sweating red. I can't. Oh, we're trying. Hurt us.
I didn't even get to this point.
One less mouth to feed.
of outsiders rolled in, heavily armed, started setting up camp. Only a matter of time until they find me up here. Pretty sure this is it for me. But, listen, Chief, I gotta come clean. I want to go to my grave with a clean conscience. This whole thing, the reports, the army, it's a sham, boss. Every single file has gone straight to Mr. Stoltz. We're his men first, Chief. Not yours. Not really. There's no military contact. Just Hugo. Those of us in the know have been heading out here to play the part. Make you think it's real. But this ain't a drop site. It's a smoke break spot. I'm sorry you gotta find out like this, Chief. You're one of the good ones. Don't trust anyone down there. We're all just his puppets. Oh, shit!
You seem perturbed, my friend. Has your work with Chief Oberlin been that taxing? How crude. Come now, my friend. What is this all about?
What if we go back to the surface? And nobody wants to know us because
Of course his men work for me. You all work for me, my friend. Allow me to explain. James T. Oberlin is a workhorse. Powerful, focused, efficient. But someone like him needs order. Blinders and a carrot, if you will. With too much freedom of thought, people like him are lost. James came to me as a part of a package. I bought a box of cereal, and he was the delightful toy at the bottom. Now he was a highly decorated, highly skilled prize, but still a part of a larger whole. The best thing for someone like him is a simple purpose. He plays this role because he needs to believe it's true. A smarter man would see through this facade immediately. But not Oberlin. Oh no. A crueler thing would be shattering the only thing that's kept the man sane for the past 2 decades. I do this for him, you know. I would strongly advise against that course of action. I must warn you, disrupting such a delicate balance as the human psyche is a dangerous thing. You don't know what will push someone over the edge. But I will not stand in your way. Just choose your words carefully.
you should have arrived a few years back.
I still can't believe Hilda just left like that without an escort. She could have gotten herself killed. You're back. And without Daniel. What was the situation? You're serious? And you have proof? Are you sure? Look at me. Are you sure?
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of
Damn it all to hell. Daniel, the rest of them, leading me on like some child playing make-believe. And Stoltz, that arrogant, slimy bastard. I knew I couldn't trust him. I should have followed my gut from the start. I'm gonna kill that. No, not yet. Not now. I can't give him the opportunity to turn this around on me. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I need time to make sense of this. It's best that Hugo remain unaware that I've been shown the truth. Not until I'm ready to act. I will allow him to think he retains control. You've earned a reward for your effort and honesty. I will let you know if and when I decide to act on this revelation. For now, I wait. Be careful with who you place your trust in down here. It's a viper's den. Dismissed. Thank you.
What if we go back to the surface and nobody wants to know us because of Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
I wonder if anyone would mind if I moved Henry and some of the other plants into the atrium. We could add them to the garden.
I miss research, and science, and discoveries, and news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
You have beautiful skin. Impeccable timing. I was just thinking of you. You've gone through great lengths to clear a path ahead for us. The stage has been set for final preparations. We can get to that in a moment. Do you want to hear something fascinating?
You reckon that storm...
Did you know that lightning can reach temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun? Energy beyond that of a star, and yet we can survive being struck by it. The Lost. Myself. My Cassidy. We live with it inside us, dancing, colliding, beautifully and violently. Invisible forces taking form right here, inside, in a fervent embrace. Chaos contained. Not a miracle, no. It's nature. When I first heard my Cassie's voice, it was magnetic, ensnaring me from across the room. Every footstep perfectly placed, as if I'd done it 1,000 times before. It was a force. A path so clear, so natural, a gravitational pull. Two entities brought together, and a magnificent explosion as a result. Only possible with our meeting. The world shifted at our very presence from that point on. We did the impossible together. No. You misunderstand. When the feral mind began to take her, I feared losing her forever. That spark between us lost its charge. She slipped further and further away. I made a choice. To follow the only path that had provided us any hope. I reignited that spark. I brought her to the device. I pushed it to its limit. I allowed it to impart on us that power greater than the burning surface of the sun. An accident implies a lack of intent. No, it was a choice. The creation of the Lost was no mistake. Its failure to reach completion is, however, a half-step that left them deserted in a reality all their own. But we need to bring them back. All of them, not just my Cassie. We need to bridge the divide. That is what I'm trying to fix here. That is where I need your help. Danke dir, mein Freund. Truly. We are so close to a solution now. I've provided Hilda and Audrey with all they need to complete our work. If you speak with them downstairs, they will be able to provide next steps. Thank you. They are already caught up and will provide you with the information you need. Now, is there anything else? I'd prefer if we could begin soon. We couldn't have come this far without you. I hope you know that.
Me neither.
You think I'm happy doing this, James? Of course not. But what choice do we have? This isn't just about us. It's about everyone here in the vault. Everyone we've lost.
He's not just a liar. He's a killer, Audrey.
Can we get started already? The tissue samples aren't gonna remain stable forever.
Oh, great. It's my father's latest hired gun. What are you doing here? Of course, my father's right hand, here to solve all our problems. Fine. It's not like we're left with many options.
We're going to be overseeing a final experiment that could alter the future of this vault.
All of our work is coming to fruition. My research on understanding the lost, Audrey's on the weather machine, but the last piece is Uncle Hugo. Like, literally, we're examining a piece of him. Gross, I know. But once we have the right data, we can run the machine.
Thanks to the flesh of that madman, loath as I am to say it.
My father is the only one afflicted by the machine that has managed to retain his senses. At first, we speculated that it could be related to a sight impairment, but we are certain now there's more to it. He seems to have mutated differently from the other Lost.
The experiments I've been running all but confirmed it.
We think the reason is because he was the one to push the big button, so to speak. He made direct contact with the device. The electricity spread out from him, almost like a conduit.
We are, and have the evidence to back it.
We've been comparing tissue samples from Uncle Hugo with ones from Papa and the others. The behavior from Uncle Hugo's sample is far more complex and responsive to stimuli. It's almost as if he's a completed specimen and the rest are just imitating him.
We've been repairing and adjusting the machine to potentially complete the Lost's transformation, using that monster upstairs as a template.
No, which is why we run tests first. We aren't simply going to fire up the machine again and hope he's right.
That's where you come in. We need you to head surface side and run the experiment for us. We've set up a number of devices that can simulate the effects of,
It'll simulate what the impact of different device configurations will have on lost cells. In other words, we can test what would happen if we followed my uncle's plan on a smaller scale.
I'll mark the first device for you. We'll make contact once we see it up and running.
Anyone else kind of excited about this? Just me then?
You've been a greater asset than I could have asked for. I'm in your debt.
Never doubted you for a second, mate. Get the rest of it fixed. Right, all the bars are at the top and flashing green, so that's probably a good thing. I'm gonna set about getting this thing online. You take a quick breather. Remember when I told you about them signatures that weren't you? Now, there's more of them. A lot more. Also, I don't really know what happens if this harvester doesn't run fully. I'm gonna need you to make sure it charges properly and not let whatever's out there interfere with the process. Last thing, I don't like giving refunds. And if these lot in here don't get what I promised them, they're probably going to want one. So there's another reason to charge them up. Hang on. Killing that one made the harvester charge a bit more than it normally does. Maybe killing them extra sparky ones will speed this up. Kill a few more and see. you dick. What a roar, man. Well done, mate. A really solid effort. Everyone, if you could stay inside the bunker for a few moments while my associates make sure it's safe to exit. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Big effort you made for me there. I won't forget it in a hurry.
Please do not interfere with resort security patrols.
Loyalty. Does anybody in this
Aren't you
goddamn place understand the concept?
hiding behind all that metal?
This is my jam.
Don't you go causing problems. I've got enough on my plate.
Pretty sure Molly got me drunk just to hear me spill my guts. Never trust a bartender that don't drink. I hate it when things get messy. Gonna be a while before I get that image out of my head.
You here to help? I need locations on.
need supplies? See Raph. Just don't touch anything unless you plan on buying. Guy's gotta stick up his ass about fingerprints.
If Axel don't get his shit together, him and his team are gonna end up being target practice for some lucky-ass folks. I take it your presence here means you got what I wanted? Ain't no one doing any work around here for free. I get your angle, Rook. Oh, I see. You think having a big gun makes... I guess you forget shit. Of course. I knew you'd be... I wonder what kind of tech Rose has up there at top of the world. I'll have to see if Meg will let me do some recon.
Loyalty. Does anybody in this goddamn place understand the concept?
Well, I think we're ready to get this jamboree going. Light the fire, moonshiners, and try not to shoot each other. Don't forget to fill the tub with that sizable salamander venom? Destroyed stills are not good for making moonshine. Need I say more? So slimy and useless for anything other than moonshine. Is there any reason why you're not protecting the stills? Well done! You found the tub! I can't say that for many of the moonshiners who've come through here. Keep filling it with venom now. Your mother would be proud. The stills aren't going to protect themselves. if you haven't noticed, the stills are being attacked! Well, you don't see angry, sizable salamanders do that every day. Going well, Moonshiners. The venom you've collected is filling the tub nicely. We're halfway there. Most impressive. Keep up the fine work. Well, you don't see angry, sizable salamanders do that every day. Jolly good show. We've got just enough venom to make a batch, and there's still plenty of room in the tub. Let's see how much more we can collect. I can't believe my eyes. If I had tear ducts, I would cry at a moment like this. Such a wonderful moonshine jamboree.